I know what you guys are thinking. Mike, that date just said May 3rd. What happened in the May 2nd video? I didn't record one. I messed up, guys. Well, not really. I said I was going to do daily uploads, not daily vlogs anymore, so technically I'm still going to hit it with this video. But the reason I didn't record anything was last night I planned on spending basically the whole evening, aside from recording the video, I plan on using most of the evening to prepare for my Toastmaster speech, which was tonight. If you're interested in that, I actually vlogged today, so tomorrow's upload is going to be all day today, including the clip of the speech. So if you want to check that out, make sure to look into or keep an eye out for tomorrow's upload. But what happened was my cousin and I are in the middle of an apartment search. I am moving at the end of the month, and there was one apartment in a really nice place, a really nice part of a nice town that we wanted to look at. So even though I had so much going on last night, we didn't want to push it back because we know how competitive the market is in this like tri-state area in around the city in New York. So we went with the expectation of seeing one apartment, ended up seeing 6, and it's very positive because we saw a lot of great places, and we have an application in for one of them, so fingers crossed. But by the time I got home, it was 9:30, and I didn't have any idea of anything to record, and I didn't spend enough time working on the speech that I wanted to work on to build up the confidence going to today because I was petrified. So I didn't record anything, and I promise you guys that I could hop on GIMP right now and just show you the design work I'm about to do, but I promised you that I would come up with creative ways to display that content and to share that with you guys, and I just don't have any ideas right now, so I'm not going to waste your time with that. But I did promise daily uploads, so I wanted to hop on here and just share a quick message, something that I've been thinking about a lot recently. And that is, obviously, like I mentioned, I gave the speech today, and a lot of emotion going into this. Like I said, I was super nervous going into it, which I think almost any public speaker will tell you that they feel. Hell, I even hear that most public speakers, professional public speakers, get nervous every single time that they speak, at least for those first couple seconds until they get into their flow state. And I was really feeling the nerves, so I figured dropping a quick message about fear and like what it means to me, what I try and do with it, might be helpful and probably a better use of an upload than like a screen recording of me trying to figure out GIMP, because I'm still not a master. If you've watched the previous vlogs, you know what I'm talking about. And fear is an interesting thing, and it's talked about very negatively, and I think there are tons of positive sides of fear, and I don't think that they're talked about enough, but I'm not going to talk about those tonight. They're not talked about enough, but I'm not going to talk about them. Good story, Mike. But seriously, if you're in the New York City area, we've been kind of in the works of starting up an event. We did one pilot event, and I've been dragging my feet because this move kind of caught me off guard. I was planning on moving in November, but now we're moving June 1. So I have about 4 weeks to find a place and move out of here. But we will be resuming those efforts to continue that fear hacking event. And that's all about leveraging fear for the positive and all the positive aspects of fear. So if you're in the New York City area, hit me up. Love to include you in that stuff. But we're going to talk about what most people talk about. And it's super cliche, guys. If you're not into cliche sayings and like think that those are true, this isn't the video for you. But with that said, there is tons of truth and tons of merit to what I'm about to say, and I'm not taking credit for it. It's not my saying. I'm just that guy on camera that is reiterating it because I just experienced it. When you experience fear, you need to lean into it, and you need to, like, you always hear use it as a compass. And there's so much truth to that. When I first joined Toastmasters, first of all, I wanted to join Toastmasters because I knew I had a lot of big public speaking goals, like pretty audacious goals. And I knew that there were certain things, I felt like I had a voice and I wanted to share, I wanted to leverage that to help people. And I wanted to use that once I fine-tuned my message to ultimately like provide a positive impact. But I knew that there were things that I needed to work on, stage presence, mannerisms, all of these things that I've probably talked about in previous videos. So I knew that I needed to join Toastmasters or some similar organization to learn these things. And I remember when I was visiting, I was shopping around for different groups. And before I joined the group that I'm a part of now, I remember being so scared to go up for table topics. And if you're not familiar with table topics or with Toastmasters in general, table topics is the one place or the one part of the meeting where guests can get involved. And essentially, it's an opportunity to work on your impromptu speaking, okay? So a question is asked and then someone at random from the crowd is selected to come up and give a 1 to 2 minute answer in front of everyone. I remember being, like, my heart was racing. And I'm a fairly confident person. I've done a bunch of public speaking engagements and I'm a fairly confident person in that space, but I remember how nervous I was to go up and talk for 1 to 2 minutes. And that was the time where I was like, okay, I'm right in the fact that I need to be doing this because I'm so scared of it, right? Like I was using it as a compass to tell myself, you absolutely have to do this. And that can be used anywhere. I was reading a book earlier this year called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield, I think. And it's all about kind of avoiding creative blocks. And he talks about it in the terms resistance, right? Like fear is part of resistance. Your body is resisting doing these things. And when you feel this resistance, you need to lean into it. And it's the same kind of idea as using it as a compass. When you feel these things, what I do and what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to execute on these things. Whenever I feel this, I know that odds are I need to be doing it. So I do it. And it sucks and I'm afraid, but then it works out. Right? Like today, my first speech, I was petrified of it. So nervous. But I knew once I got up there, one, it would go fine because it was my story that I was sharing and like I've lived it. So like there's that sense of confidence. And two, I was excited because I knew that it was a step I needed to take. And why did I know it was a step? Because I was so damn afraid. So this didn't end up being that quick of a video. So if you're still here, I appreciate you. I hope that rant was helpful. And if you're interested in seeing my speech, hearing what I talked about, like I mentioned, I vlogged all day today. So tomorrow's upload will be the entire speech. But yeah, takeaway that I try and live by, I don't know, you do you. Maybe it's helpful for you, but if you're anything like me, use fear as a compass, lean into it. All these cliche sayings, but there's so much truth to it. Just do it. It's going to be super uncomfortable, but if you're being true to you, it will help you progress in the ways that you want to progress. And that's something that I'm slowly but surely feeling, and I'm excited for the journey. So with that said, I appreciate you all for watching. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not already, make sure to subscribe. We're doing daily uploads, and I will try not to miss days anymore. Well, I didn't miss days of uploading. I missed days of recording, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm going to go relax for a little bit. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.